We're here at Computex 2012. We're actually at Be Quiet again. With me is Scott Richards. A lot of you guys will remember him from his Antec days, a regular face on Hexas TV. So welcome back to Hexas TV, Scott.
Hey, David. It's great to be back.
Cool. So I wanted to catch up with you and find out what's happened. Obviously, you've jumped off the Antec ship and you're in with Be Quiet now, and sort of get the background there, and then obviously move on to Be Quiet and get a bit of an overview, really, what Be Quiet do.
Yeah, it's a really exciting challenge for me to move to Germany, work with a company whose engineering and products I really respect, and try to help us, I should say, because I'm part of the team, broaden the knowledge and awareness of the brand around the globe. I was with Antec for 15 years, as is well known. I've turned a page, and now I'm moving on and trying to help this German company, which has been number one in Germany in power supplies for 6 years, has an incredible 22% market share. Anybody in business will tell you they'd love that kind of market share in Germany, but isn't as well known outside of Germany as it should be.
So where else are Be Quiet currently? Are they focusing on Europe? Are they, doing the US? What's the actual? Where does the land lie right now?
Well, I believe you do in all things what's simplest first, and obviously we're based in Germany. We're part of the EU. I think spreading this product out we already have distribution in the UK, for example. We have distribution in France. It's just not very high level visible distribution. So we need to work with the popular retailers in the UK to make sure that more of the products are available and that they're more visible to people, and then work with sites such as yourself to increase the end user knowledge of the product, get some reviews so people understand the quality behind the product. And then we can look maybe at conquering America and things like that. But first things first.
So currently you guys focus on case fans, power supplies, and coolers. Do you see you broadening that out at all? Meaning, there is one natural thing that's obviously missing from the mix, and that's a chassis and stuff like that. Do you think Be Quiet will move into that area at all, or are you going to stay where you are? Or
well, right now we're focused on delivering really high quality power supplies, CPU coolers, and case fans. We really do make exceptional products in that. I've been frankly amazed.
I've got to say that we've seen so many power supplies this week at Computex, and the reality is your stuff it feels quality. It feels like it's got a bit of that. Well, it's definitely got the German sort of clinical sort of engineering, overdone sort of approach that you'd get.
I was just going to say, when you open the box and you see something like this inside, and the cables are in this nice box, and then just the fit and finish of the products, it just oozes this German attention to detail and quality. But to get your question, so right now I would look at us as a boutique cooling and power company. But I think that there's a lot of avenues that we can expand. We'll have to see how the market goes. But whatever we do, it has to be true to the legacy of the company and maintaining this spirit of quietness and attention to detail and engineering.
How do you find working in, obviously it's a different ethos, different sort of culture, obviously you're working now for a German company based in Europe. It's not, It's not Antec anymore, right? It's a different company you're working for. So how's that been different? How have you adapted to that change?
It's very interesting. I was looking for a new challenge. At Antec, I probably spent 25% of the time in Europe in any event as we were growing that market. So I felt comfortable and familiar, but being inside a German company and getting to get familiar with some of the cultural differences and stuff, I think it's been interesting. There's been moments of challenge, but by and large, we all share the same goal, and we're all working together to achieve prominence for the company on a worldwide basis. So I think at the end of the day, that's what matters most.
Okay, and obviously we know Aaron and Chris and the product guys as such. You're running the business unit as such. So from a business standpoint, how do you feel things like the Eurozone crisis and all this sort of thing really is going to impact you guys, especially if you're based in the middle of Europe?
Well, there's actually a good side. Mm-hmm. It's made Europeans more conscious of Europe, of supporting European business and things like that. So, like in France, and maybe to a lesser extent in the UK, because the British citizens seem to like to remove themselves from Europe when it's convenient and be part of it when it's not.
All I can say is we still have to chuck money in to bail people out, right?
Right. No, you have to check. Well, and your economy is very much tied to what goes on
it's
the
totally linked in, meaning what
goes on the continent.
Absolutely.
So that aside, so there is this sense of ironically, with all this problem, it's actually increased European unity, and we've actually seen people say, yeah, you're a European brand, that's good for all of us, and so they like to look at it beyond just the fact of, oh, okay, it's a power supplier or a cooler or what have you.
Do you operate in dollars though? Obviously, or do you operate in euros? Yeah, how do you guys manage that? That's a challenge.
Well, that's a challenge. Yeah, but every company that competes with us faces the same challenge. So at least that's a level playing field. Everybody buys from China and U.S. dollar based.
Okay, and lastly, where do you see Be Quiet being? Let's say we're sitting down in 2 years' time having this same conversation. Where do you see Be Quiet then? Apart from market share. What else do you think they'll be doing?
Well, hopefully we'll be in the penthouse suite here at the Hyatt in 2 years.
That comes down to budget, right?
Well, that comes down to success, which will pay the budget. So, no, I have great confidence in the products. I have great confidence in the management team that I'm working with. And I think in a couple of years, we will be one of the worldwide major players. I have no doubt about that. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think that was where we were going.
Okay, excellent, Scott. Thanks for the catch-up. So Scott's moved to Be Quiet. They're making a lot more noise. We're working closely with these guys to bring you the latest news and reviews from them. Stay tuned for more from Hexus at Computex 2012.